Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This will be my 6-week status post gastric bypass update. So if you're interested in seeing my stats and what all went on this week, just keep watching. Okay, this is my 6-week update status post gastric bypass surgery. I'll read you my stats. I'm 38, I'm 5'9", my heaviest weight was 297, surgery weight was 274, my current weight is 255. Last week I come to you and I was 254, so I gained a pound this week, so I have a total loss of 40 pounds and 17 pounds since surgery. I think the reason why I'm up a pound this week is because I started going back to the gym and lifting weights. I mean, I've been doing cardio as well, but I did start lifting weights. I'm not doing anything extreme, heavy lifting, anything like that, but I am pumping some iron. I mean, lifting weights. So I think that may be the reason for my 1 pound gain. So I'm not mad at it. Next week, hopefully it'll show on the scale. And it's hard getting back to the gym because I haven't really mentioned this before, or I don't think I have. About this time, well, last summer, I suffered a torn ligament in my ankle. It was either whenever I was cutting grass or whenever I was running. Yes, last summer I was running. And it was very, very painful just to walk. I mean, just to complete my 3 12-hour shifts at work. By Sunday, whenever I was coming home from work, I could barely walk to my car. And then by the time I got home, Saturday and Sunday night, I was having to ice my ankle, and so I haven't been active in the gym for about a year. I did do 4 or 5 months of physical therapy on my ankle, but it's a complete tear and it's gonna have to be surgically repaired. And whenever I went for that consult, he informed me that that would be a 4-month recovery period, and 6 weeks of that would be not complete bed rest, but the only time I would be able to get up was to go to the bathroom, to get something to eat, to shower, or to go to a doctor's appointment. And I'm just not ready for that yet. So that's whenever I decided to do gastric bypass and see if getting the weight off would, I mean, it's not gonna heal the ligament, but I mean, I think it'll have an effect on the pain that I feel, because I mean, I can tell already a difference in the pain that I experience. So completely starting back over in the gym, it was hard. And just to know where I was this time last year or last summer to like the weights and the stuff that I'm doing now. And I know that my body's been through a surgery and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disheartening because, I mean, I feel the loss of muscle mass. I mean, I wasn't, you know, like bodybuilder or anything like that, but I mean, I had some solid muscle mass from where I was, you know, constantly going to the gym for sometimes 5 times a week and everything, but I'll get back there. I mean, it may take a little more time, but I'll get back there. I'm still not hungry. So once again, like I said, I'm very thankful for that. Very blessed to still not be hungry. But I'm still having trouble with solids and even with fluids. I just want to chug some water. I mean, now, like I said in videos in the past, I wish I had thrown my straws away whenever I first started going through the approval process, because it has been such a hard adjustment for me. Because whenever 9 years ago or whatever, whenever I changed my lifestyle, cut out all sodas, sweet tea, anything like that, you know, I found it was easiest for me to drink water was with a straw. And that's how I've been living my life for the past 9 years, was every cup that I have had a straw. So that's been a hard adjustment for me. So that's my tip for you. I may have said it in a video in the past, but if you're watching this one, if you're just now starting the process of getting approved for surgery, go ahead and throw away the straws now. That way you have time to adjust. So I tried chicken salad today, and I made it myself. I got a rotisserie chicken from Ingles whenever I went and found the sugar-free peppermint mocha coffee creamer. I bought 5 bottles. That'll last me probably the whole winter season, but yeah, was very excited that I found that. But yes, I got a rotisserie chicken, and I was gonna make some chicken salad. That way I could chop or cut the chicken up as fine as I want, make it as moist as I want, you know, because that's the problem, is the white chicken meat is so dry, and, you know, chicken salad that you get pre-made, I mean, you don't really have any control over what they put in it. So I figured I was doing best by making my own. I finished with it, and I weighed out 2.5 ounces, and I could only get 2 ounces down. And I'm 6 weeks post-op, so according to the Bible that my surgeon's office gives us, I should be able to eat 6 to 8 ounces of food at a time, and I can't even get 2 ounces down. So, and I've gone back to the infant spoons and forks, and well, toddler forks, but infant spoons. And I mean, I didn't puree the chicken, but I have this little gadget thing that it's round, and it's got serrated edge all the way around it, and it's got a handle, and I chopped it up, minced it basically very finely, and I still chewed it in my mouth and still tried to swallow it. And I was doing okay, but then I just hit that point where it just stuck right there. So, and that was about the 20-minute mark. That's one thing that they told us, is to only allow yourself 20 minutes to eat whatever amount that you're gonna eat. Only give yourself 20 minutes. So I turned to milk because it's the way to get protein in and get fluids in, along with the protein shakes and yogurt. So I'm basically a dairy cow. I mean, because I feel that's all that I'm taking in is dairy. I've tried ham. I don't know. It'll get better. I know it will. I'm just being patient. But I did discover papaya enzymes. I had seen a lot of people posting in like Facebook groups that I'm in about it, and whether it's, you know, just a mind thing or if it's actually working, I don't know, but it's something that I can take along with standing. That's another thing, is most people sit down and eat at a table, or, you know, I mean, I live alone, so I rarely sit down at the table to eat. So if I stand up, like once it gets stuck, stand up and like kind of wiggle around a little bit and chew on some papaya enzymes, I feel like it helps. So that's my routine now. They go with me everywhere. I did get some of the Gen Pro, the flavorless protein that had been recommended. It's okay, but it has to be ice cold for me to like chug it down, just swallow it down. I took it to the gym with me Saturday, and I had water and the Mio electrolyte little squirty thing. And on the way to the gym, I was drinking it and it was okay because it was ice cold because the water had just come out of the refrigerator. But once I got to the gym and it, you know, the temperature rose in the drink, I just couldn't swallow it down. So that'll be something that I'll have to just be more mindful of. So another thing that happened this week, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you that if like sites of incisions or stuff like that makes you queasy or anything, you may just want to stop the video right now or just fast forward a little bit. I mean, it's nothing gross. I mean, there's no oozing or drainage or bleeding or leaking or anything, but one of my incisions, the far left one over here, my L1 as I like to call it, it was itching really bad Monday night. I think it was Monday night. And it was the one incision that I had whenever my Steri-Strip had fallen off. It had like just like a gap in the incision. Like I said, there's no draining, no oozing, no bleeding, nothing. So I work at the hospital, so whenever I knew I was going to have this surgery, I got some Steri-Strips. So whenever the Steri-Strips that were put on at surgery come off, I cleaned it and put another Steri-Strip on. And it had been on for a week and a half. Well, it was just itching really, really bad. And I wasn't scratching it, I was just like rubbing across it with my hand. And I just felt like a knot. And curiosity got the best of me, and I peeled the Steri-Strip off, and I'll insert photos and a video of what was under the Steri-Strip. So whenever I discovered that, I immediately called my surgeon, and he told me that it was probably a suture and that I had one of two options, that I could either pull at it gently until it was tight and clip it, or I could come into the office the next day and they would address it for me. So I told him, I was like, I'll just see y'all first thing in the morning, because I'm chicken. I'm not gonna try to do this on my own. Because at that point I was still a little freaked out. So I hung up with him, and it was still just itching and itching and itching. So that's whenever I went into my bedroom, and I have this big vanity with like the Hollywood lights, and I turned all those lights on as bright as I could get it, and I got like the 10 times magnifying mirror, and I was looking at it, to make sure like there was nothing else coming out around that incision in that suture. So I didn't see anything, and like I would move that suture around, and the more I moved it, like the more it itched. So, and like I moved it one way, and like one of the little curls popped out, and then it immediately started itching again. So I just got brave, and I just grabbed it, and I didn't yank. I just held on to the end of the suture and pulled. I've never had stitches removed before. I've never had stitches in any part of my body other than this surgery. So I don't know what it's like to have stitches removed. I wonder if they go and cut them and pull them. But I could feel that suture like coming out. And you know how like whenever you scratch down in your ear, that feeling, like that's kind of what it felt like in my incision as I was pulling that out. Like it was itching, but it felt good, it was kind of relieving the itch a little bit. So, like I said, I wasn't tugging, I was just barely pulling, and all of a sudden that end just like, boop, come on out. And that was the little bitty suture that I was left with. And what I'm thinking it is whenever they tied that muscle incision, deep incision, and they clipped it, that was one little piece that, just got lost. And any kind of foreign body is gonna eventually work its way out of you, and that's what it did. It worked its way to the surface, the closest opening that it could find. And I mean, the incision is doing great now. Not itching anymore, thank goodness. No oozing, no draining, no bleeding. It's completely closed up now. That little hole's gone, so it's fine. And I've started putting like a stick of vitamin E. I started rubbing it on my incisions. I mean, my stomach is completely covered in stretch marks. So, I mean, I'm never going to wear a bikini, but I don't want like 6 really big red marks. If I could get them to where they're just flesh tone, I would be happy. So let me know in the comments below what you're using or what you did use for your incisions as far as scar therapy, because I would like to know. I know there's, so many out there, Mederma, bio oil, and plain vitamin E, cocoa butter, all that kind of stuff. So just let me know, because I'm curious. I mean, this vitamin E stick it may be working. I don't know. I've only been doing it 3 or 4 days, but I mean, I use it on my eyelashes. I use a different stick for my eyelashes than I do for my incisions. I'll go ahead and get that straight. I don't start up top and then work my way down. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. If I grossed you out with my incision suture, sorry. But it happens, and I mean, that's one thing. I'm never gonna hide anything from y'all. So, and I did want to take a minute and thank all of my new subscribers. It just fills my heart with so much joy to have all of y'all come to my channel and listen to me. You know, I'm just a big old country girl that had a surgery that a lot of people have had, and I'm just looking for support, and you know, I really do appreciate it. Thank all of you. And Meanie Me in Tennessee, if you are watching this, thank you so much for sending all of your viewers my way. I do appreciate it so much. You helped me out so much in this process, because whenever I found out that I was having this surgery, of course I started doing research, and I come across you, and I've probably watched every single one of your videos. So you've helped me tremendously. So thank you so much. I love you more than you know. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll come at y'all next week with another video. Hopefully next week I will be down a few pounds and be more successful and more comfortable in the gym. Oh, let me tell you about the gym. So, like I said before, I work at the facility where I had my surgery. And one of the things that they offer us is a free membership to the Heart Wellness Center, which is the cardiac rehab program. Typically, most of the cardiac rehab patients are elderly. You know, you do every once in a while have the younger adult that has had to have a cabbage or anything like that, but most of them are tend to be older. So funny thing is whenever I was going to the gym last year, I didn't go, you know, I went to a paid membership, and it was always, I felt uncomfortable because there were so many fit people around me, young people, all these girls walking around with these nice butts and skinny bodies, and all these guys with these sexy backs and arms and stuff. And here I was just trying to not pass out on the treadmill or in the low press machine or something. So here I am at the cardiac rehab center, and I'm surrounded by these, I don't want to say elderly, but these older people that have, you know, they've gone through something in their life too, and they're having to make changes. And, you know, they're taking it easy on the treadmills, and some of them's on the elliptical, some of them's on the bicycles, and all these modified cardiac machines that they have to use and stuff, wearing their heart monitors and all this stuff. It's just weird how the tables have turned, because now I feel awkward in that place, because, you know, they're there to rehab their heart muscle, where I'm there, you know, trying to build all my other muscles. So they're over there just on their little cardiac machines and doing a little bit of cardio, you know, can't get over a certain heart rate, and I'm over here trying to bust out a move, burn a certain amount of calories and all this kind of stuff. But it's just, I mean, I'm not gonna let it stop me by any means, but I just, whenever I was there today, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, this is just so weird, because, you know, some of them are walking around the track and they have their little push buggy things that have the seat, you know, in case they get too winded. Some of them have oxygen. They all have heart monitors on. But I don't know, I thought that was kind of weird, cool. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling around. If you would, please give this video a big thumbs up and let me know that you like the content. And say hey in the comments down below. And let me know that you're watching. And if you've just tuned in just to this video, please subscribe and watch all my other videos and my videos in the future. Yeah, that's it. All right, thanks guys.